Hey guys, this is Scott Hudson, and you're listening to In Your Head Radio.
All right, we are back. We're joined by the Cuban Assassin Fidel Sierra. Welcome to In Your Head.
First of all, the Cuban heavyweight champion, the man from Havana, Cuba, the Cuban Assassin Fidel Sierra.
All right, he's a Cuban champion. I'm sorry about that.
And I always have my sidekick and best manager that speaks 5 languages, unlike the American women, Fantasy. But she's right now studying other talent in a different country.
Excellent. Wow, will she join us tonight?
She will not be joining us tonight as she's observing talent in Europe.
All right. Oh, and she might be after Barbie.
She might be after Barbie. I don't know. I don't know who Barbie's after, but...
Well, just let everybody know that you got a big show coming up, No Turning Back Tour, and that's going to be Saturday, November 24th. We're playing at Championship Wrestling, and you can check for more information at playingatchampionshipwrestling.com. And on that show, you'll be defending your Cuban heavyweight title.
Yeah, first of all, what I want to say about Playing at Championship Wrestling, it's a family-orientated show, so you can bring everybody and not have to worry about anything stupid being done there at the show. Mm-hmm. And as a Cuban heavyweight champion, I am defending the title against Shane the Glamour Boy. And as soon as I signed with Planet Championship Wrestling, Paul Jones, the promoter, throws me right in the match, has me defending the title against Shane the Glamour Boy. He knows that me and Shane the Glamour Boy had feuds in Puerto Rico and all that. So I already feel like the American people are trying to take advantage of me, the Cuban Assassin.
Now, if he wins the title, is he gonna take that away from Cuba? Is he gonna take it to Puerto Rico?
Well, first of all, he's not going to take it because he ain't going to beat me. Because I got Fantasy in my corner, I'll make sure of that. So that part is definitely not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's
already in the bag.
What was that?
Go ahead.
I was asking if you've ever lost the title.
Have I ever lost the title? One time to Ricky Santana in Puerto Rico.
And that's also your, on and off tag team partner throughout.
Exactly. So it was pretty hard. It was like a game of chess.
Is that why you got such a good team? Because he's the only guy that's ever beat you for the title?
Well, yeah, but right now that's the only guy. And this card, though, on the 24th in Sarasota Robarts Arena, it's going to be an unreal card if you've seen it all. I mean, you got the Planet Heavyweight Championship title on the line, of Paul Champion defending against the original Brent Dail, and Sabu, the hardcore, in a hardcore match against Eddie Colon. I mean, you talk about this is a card that nobody wants to miss. Big Vito against Kip James, King Haku against Kevin the Devil Sullivan, Rico Suave and Hurricane Castillo against the Shane Twins, Hack Meyers and Norma Smiley against the Nasty Boys. That's going to get nasty. Mm-hmm. And me defending that Cuban heavyweight title against Shane the Glamour Boy, and Jungle Jim Steele against Navy Seal, and Ricky Santana against Barry Horowitz, and Hector Guerrero against Marshall. Now that's what I call the biggest wrestling card that I've seen in a long time in the state of Florida or anywhere.
Yeah, and the ringside tickets are only $25. Their general admission's $20. And if you want to get the tickets, you can call 941-580-1861, or you can visit playingatchampionshipwrestling.com.
Yeah, and then one more thing. They got this new PCW funny car.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, my thing is this. Me with Fantasy, I'm going to take this car. I'm going to be watching it all the way to the 24th. And we're going to get this funny car, the PCW funny car, and we're going to take it back to Cuba. And there is where we're going to put a sledgehammer to it.
Now, whose idea was the funny car?
That belongs to Planet Championship Wrestling, and whoever owns that with them, that's I don't even know who owns that with them. But I know I got my eyes set on it. It looks good, and we're taking that with us.
We got a couple of callers on the line. Mind if we take them?
Sure, I'm ready for any caller.
All right, the first caller here, who is this?
This is Jim from Philly.
All right, do you have a question?
Jim from Philly? Go ahead, Jim from Philly.
Guys, is this a Cuban Assassin?
Yeah, this is the Cuban Assassin, the one and only.
Yeah, how long you been in the United States?
How long have I been in the United States?
Yeah.
Long enough to keep beating up all these United States wrestlers. I've been wrestling in the United States over 25 years. I've beat up so many American wrestlers.
Where are you wrestling? In Florida now? Are you wrestling in Florida? Are you wrestling in Florida?
Yep, I'm wrestling at Planet Championship Wrestling, November 24th at 7 p.m. Robarts Arena.
Can I give you a suggestion?
Yeah, give me a suggestion.
Get your beach chair out and lay on the beach, because if you come up to Philly, they'll make a punk out of you.
Oh, yeah, that's a cheap shot. You see somebody way over there in Chile taking a cheap shot at a Cuban, but you know what?
Well, that's all right. I mean, you talking about beating up Americans. You come up our way, we'll make a punk out of you.
Well, if I come up to Philadelphia, what I'll do is you can put anybody you want in the ring with me, and I'll beat them up too.
Oh no, not that.
Because you know why? Because it all boils down to this: you all are so jealous because Cuba has the best athletes and the United States doesn't.
Yeah, I noticed that in the Olympics. I noticed that, how good the Cuban athletes are.
Yeah, and I knew somebody like you would be calling in defending the United States from all the way from Philadelphia.
All the way. It's not far. It's not far. When you come up this way, we'll meet and we'll see if we can put somebody in with you.
Well, if I ever come to Philly, you throw any wrestler you want against me, and I'm sure that when it's all said and done, I will be the winner.
Okay, well, does it have to be a man or a woman? Can it be a woman? Because the women are pretty tough.
It can be man, woman, whatever you think, sir.
Okay.
So you had the privilege of speaking to the Cuban heavyweight champion, Viva Fidel Castro.
Thanks for calling in, Jim.
All right, thank you.
Who's this? Oh, we got also another caller here. Who is this?
Hello?
One at a time. Let the girl go first. Women first.
I'm not a girl. My name is Rusty.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You call me a girl. My name is Rusty.
Oh,
I'm here in Ruskin, Florida. And let me tell you something. You know, I'm looking forward to this big show coming up. It's gonna, what did they say? Planet Wrestling?
Planet Championship Wrestling.
And I tell you, one of the people that I'm looking forward to seeing is that Cuban Assassin. Cuban, you know, I'm just, you know, I remember back when you fought off those sharks and you pushed them off to the left.
Well, you know what? Can I cut you off? You sound like a really redneck hick all the way from Ruston calling me. Hey, when y'all film that shit off and all that, you know what? Why is it that all you American people are so jealous of Cuba and a great Cuban athlete like me?
Well, I tell you this. I love that fantasy, and she's going to kick some booty at BCW. Let me tell you that right now. Robarts, you know, I remember going to Robarts Arena back when I was youngin' with Florida Championship Wrestling, and I remember going to watch all those shows, and now this Planet Championship Wrestling, I tell you, Sabu and all those other great competitors, it's going to be a night of action. I can't wait to, you know, I'm going to come on down there and go bring all my family, my sister, my brother, and my wife.
Well, you bring whoever you want on down there, and I guarantee you one thing, when it's all said and done, Cuba will be #1 and defeat the U.S.
How about that King? How about that? Hold on, Mr. Announcer, sir.
And I'm going to take that car with me back to Cuba, too.
Well, how about
the PCW Connie car there, buddy.
Wait, hold on. I'm talking there, Mr. Cuban. Shane the Glamour Girl, are you going to beat his butt?
Am I going to be whose butt?
Shane the Glamour Girl. His Glamour Girl, right? He's called
Shane
the
is bringing the girl?
He was wondering, what are you going to do to Shane the Glamour Boy?
Shane the Glamour Boy? Well, I know he's a tough competitor. He's beat the likes of Jeff Jarrett and many other wrestlers, but he ain't beating the Cuban Assassin because he ain't taking my title. I'm going to beat him and prove once again that Cuba is more superior than the United States of America.
Well, thank you for taking my call from Ruskin. Have a nice day.
Thanks for calling in, Rusty. What do you think Castro would think if you were driving down the street with
Fidel Castro is so proud of me. Fidel Castro is so proud that I am the Cuban heavyweight champion, that I'm one of the only athletes in professional wrestling that's originally from Cuba that can say that Fidel Castro is very, very happy to know that I am the Cuban heavyweight champion.
We got another caller on the line. Who is this?
My name's Earl Bowman.
Oh, God.
I got a few words to say to this here Cuban assassin.
I'm sure you do.
I don't know how any red-blooded American could come out to an event to support a communist coming into our country. And not only that, taking our good American women and turning them into communists too. Well, what kind of role model is that supposed to be?
You know, wait, let me back up on this. Don't call, I'm not.
Call this a family event?
I can't help it if I'm from Cuba and you're just a jealous American. And first of all, if you're referring to fantasy, she's from the Czech Republic and speaks 4 or 5 languages, more than I can say for the American women, who all they can speak is one language and watch soap operas on TV.
That's because there's only one language we need to know. We don't need to support all you foreigners pouring into our country illegally with all your funny languages.
See,
That's why we got to have 7 signs for everything anymore.
Well, I guess you have to be in Sarasota and see me beat up Shane the Glamour Boy. And
I think any little American child could whoop up on any little Cuban. I think all you Cubans are just made of sugar. And when you get some real American sweat on your back, you're just going to melt.
When I get real American sweat on my butt, I ain't never had no real American sweat on my butt. What I'm going to do is teach Shane the Glamour Boy a lesson, as I have wrestlers like Jim Duggan and other American wrestlers.
You speak by
now. I think you've never fought a real American face to face, and that's all.
I mean, I know you're jealous. It's hard being a Cuban. You know, you're jealous. You know.
No one even knows where the heck Cuba is.
You know,
that's
it's
where we
hard
get the
to be me.
scores. Thanks for calling in, Earl.
Hey, Earl, no problem.
You mentioned Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Now, you got like a really good feud with him on WCW Saturday Night.
That's right. I did have a big feud with Hacksaw Jim Duggan on WCW Saturday Night, and it was never settled. But still, to talk, because I got to settle something with Shane the Glamour Boy, and that's to with me in fantasy keep him from taking that Cuban heavyweight title, and keep my eyes on that PCW funny car.
Right. Everybody check out Planet Championship Wrestling. That's you go to the website, planetchampionshipwrestling.com. No Turning Back Tour, November 24th. Bell time 7 p.m. That's going to be at the Robarts Arena in Sarasota, Florida. And you go to that website and you can check out all the information, how to buy your tickets and everything. Anything you want to tell the fans out there why they should come?
Nope. All I can tell you it's the best wrestling card, like I said before. When you got the Nasty Boys on the card, and you got all these great people, Kevin Sullivan, King Haku, of course myself. I probably got Eddie Colon coming all the way from Puerto Rico to take on Sabu in a hardcore match. Now, I've seen them in hardcore matches in Puerto Rico, and they really take it to the limit. And in Big Vito against Kip James, and everybody knows he's formerly known as Billy Gunn.
Billy Gunn, right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's on TNA every week,
He's on TNA every week, and I guess he is, but he's going to be at Planet Championship Wrestling on November 24th at 7 p.m.
Exactly. Well, we want to thank you for coming on, Cuban Assassin.
Well, I appreciate being on there. I just want everybody to remember, when it's all said and done, Cuba's #1, and I'm taking that funny car with me, and I'm taking it back to Cuba.
Excellent. Can we keep here for 1 second?
This is Scotty Riggs, WCW and ECW superstar, and I was just in your head online.com. And brother, I tell you what, in your head online, brother, ain't nothing better than these cats right here to get in depth on wrestling.